Okay, so welcome everyone to, I think this is probably our fourth online networking meeting for Northern Region now. My name's Alex and I've got Rosie with me today. So Rosie's taking over from Gemma, and some of you may have already met Rosie over the phone over the last few weeks. But yeah, just reminding everyone that we're recording the session, and if everyone could just pop themselves on mute when you're not talking, just so we don't get any of that feedback noise. But if you do have any questions throughout, feel free to jump in, but we will have some time for questions at the end as well. Okay, so I'd just like to begin by acknowledging the traditional owners of the land from which we are presenting from today, the Turrbal and Yagara people, for those of us in the office, along with the traditional owners of where you are all joining us from today as well, and pay my respect to elders past, present and emerging. So just a quick agenda for the meeting today. So we've got a few updates to share with you all. We've made some recent changes to level 4 of the program. So we'll talk you through some of those changes and some of those new resources we've developed. We'll touch a little bit on level 5, which is currently under construction. And we'll also talk a bit about the new product of the year resources that are going to be launched at State Conference in a couple of weeks. So a few updates from us, and then there'll be an opportunity at the end for some questions and some networking as well. If you do have any questions, feel free to pop them in the chat as well. We've got the chat box open here, so we'll see those come through as well. Okay, so we're really excited to announce that our updates to level 4 of the Country Kitchens pathway are now complete. So we have been receiving lots of feedback from both facilitators who've been running these workshops over the years, as well as participants who come along to learn from us, and we've taken all of that on board to make some updates to the current workshops. So what was once called, the standard hands-on nutrition workshop, that's now going to be called Healthy and Affordable Cooking at Home. So this workshop theme is all about sharing practical tips and education to help participants increase their fruit and vegetable intake, particularly with a focus on cooking those budget-friendly meals. So we've also streamlined the format of the workshops just to make them a little bit shorter and a little bit more straightforward to run. So basically, there's no longer a cooking demonstration component to the workshops. Instead, they'll start with a little bit of nutrition education that's delivered using that flip book. That'll be followed by a demonstration of knife safety and knife skills. And then the sort of big part of the workshops is the group cooking component. So these changes just mean that the workshops should only take between 2.5 to 3 hours to complete, so making them a little bit quicker to run. So we've also created some additional resources for facilitators just to support with the delivery of the workshop. So we've got a few slides coming up that will go through some of those new bits and pieces. So the recipe booklet that participants get to take home has also had a few updates. And then finally, obviously, the level 4 training day training in-person session that we run has been updated to reflect some of these changes and new resources. So the level 4 training is now a 4-hour in-person session. And we do need a group of at least 6 facilitators to run these sessions. So we usually try and have these in various locations around the state. So you do need to have done your level 1, 2 and 3 training prior to doing level 4. But if you are interested in doing a level 4 session, get in touch with your buddy so we can start a bit of an expressions of interest list. And once we've got enough people keen, we can start planning a day and a location that will suit everyone. Okay, so as I mentioned, we do have a few new resources to support with delivering the cooking workshops, and we've updated a few of the existing ones as well. So the Level 4 Facilitator guidelines have been updated to reflect all of these changes, as well as the changes to the training. So if you'll remember, the Facilitator guidelines booklets accompany the training sessions and basically summarize all of the content that we covered during the training. So the guidelines booklet does also have that session plan in it, which you can use to help you plan and deliver your first workshop. So the content of the Nutrition Education Flipbook has shifted to have a bit more of a focus on increasing fruits and vegetable content of meals, as well as planning and budgeting for healthy foods. So as we mentioned earlier, we want to make the education a bit more practical. So we've included, meal ideas for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, as well as some easy to practice budgeting tips for participants as well. And each workshop theme will have its own flipbook and set of education pages to go with it. So one of the new resources that we have developed is what we're calling a recipe selection guide. So this one will provide a bit of guidance on how to work out the number of groups you'll have in your workshop, how big to make each group, how many different recipes to choose for your workshop, what appliances your venue will need for each recipe, what additional cooking equipment that's not found in the kitchen kits is required for each recipe. So there are over 20 recipes to choose from for the healthy and affordable cooking at home theme. And we're just hoping that this will make it that little bit easier, particularly if you're working with the same group, doing multiple workshops with the same group of people, so that you can choose different recipes each time and mix it up that way. So each workshop theme will have its own recipe selection guide, and we just hope that'll make some of those logistics a bit clearer and help you feel more confident to plan out some of those details of your workshops. So we've also updated the recipe booklet that participants take home with them. So we've got a bit of a summary of all of the education delivered during the workshop, as well as the recipes. So previously they only got the recipes to take home. So some of the nutrition education that they get to take home is, there's practical tips for increasing fruit and vegetable intake, tips for reducing the grocery bill. We've got a handy portion guide, which shows them standard serving sizes using hands as measurements. There's a pantry staples checklist in there as well. And of course, the 29 workshop recipes in there as well. And then the last new resource is the double-sided pictorial recipe cards. So these will be used for the cooking component of the workshop. And basically one side's got a list of all the equipment that they need out of the kitchen kits to make that recipe, any appliances that they'll need to prepare the dish, and then we've got step-by-step instructions with accompanying images on the back. So basically every workshop suitable recipe has its own card, and the idea is that your Country Kitchens buddy will provide you with the relevant cards for your workshop ahead of time, so that you can have one at each station ready for the cooking part. So that's it for Level 4 updates. If you do have any questions, feel free to jump in now. Otherwise, as I said, we will have some time at the end for questions as well. Okay, keep going. And so just a quick note on Level 5. So we are now in the process of updating Level 5 of the Country Kitchens pathway. So for anyone who hasn't completed their Level 5 training yet, basically this level was previously about running a series of back to basics workshops with the same group of participants. And there were two streams, one catered to adults and one for children. But now that we've made some of those changes to Level 4, which will make it easier to sort of modify workshops to run those with the same group over multiple sessions, we've decided to make Level 5 dedicated to just working with children. So We have had lots of interest from facilitators and branches wanting to work with schools and other groups of young people, and many of them already do. And we want to make this as easy as possible, as well as provide you with the necessary support, latest evidence, and safe messaging when working with kids and food. So these changes are currently under development, with a vision to, I guess, have a collection of child-appropriate health promotion activities and recipes, and categorize these by age groups so that you can really pick and choose from all of those activities and recipes depending on the group that you're working with, the time that you've got available, and the setting as well. So we are seeking input from facilitators who have already been delivering activities in this space. So if that's you and you'd like to be involved in the development of Level 5, we'd love to hear from you. If you can just get in touch with your Country Kitchens buddy to let us know, and then we can go from there. All right, enough from me. I'll hand over to Rosie for a few more updates.
Hi everyone, nice to meet you all. So I'm going to start going through the strawberry product of the year information. So every year the team put together a suite of resources celebrating the QCWA product of the year, and that's through a health promotion lens. So the resources are designed to learn about and celebrate the primary product, while also promoting the 5 key messages for Country Kitchens. So for 2026, you may already know, but the QCWA product of the year is strawberries, which is exciting. So each branch is going to be receiving 1 hard copy pack of the strawberry resources. So the pack contains a community activity guidelines booklet. So that will provide a bit of background information about the product of the year. And it will also outline 4 strawberry related themes, or themed health promotion activities, that will promote the Country Kitchen program messages as well. The booklets come complete with detailed instructions on how to plan and complete those activities. So you will receive a recipe booklet of healthy strawberry recipes that the team have tested. I think most of them.
Yeah,
all of them. Yep. And you are able to request extra copies of the booklet from your Country Kitchens buddy if you need them. You'll also receive an A3 poster and a set of flip cards that can be used with some fun questions. So the resource packs will be launched at the state conference in Cairns. So if a facilitator from your branch will be in attendance, they can come over to us and pick up the pack from our stall. Otherwise, we'll provide the pack to your division convener or your president for distribution. And we'll just take down the name of who's collected it so we can let you know who has it. So although we can only provide 1 hard copy of these resources per branch, there are digital copies of all the materials available on the Country Kitchens website under the Resources tab. So if you just hover your mouse over the Resources tab, a drop-down menu will come up, and the resources are all found under the QCWA Member Activities option. Okay, so this year we've developed 4 health promotion activities that you can run either during your branch meetings or as part of your Product of the Year events. So the Community Activity Guidelines booklet will go through each of those different activities in detail, and it outlines the resources that you'll need, any kind of requirements for your venue, and any other bits and pieces of information to keep in mind. So now I'll take you through each of those activities over the next few slides. Oh no, okay, sorry, not over the next few slides. We've just listed them here. So the different activities we have are strawberry recipe promotions. So that's just about promoting the different strawberry recipes, whether that's in your branch or through a showcase or demonstration or activity. Then there's also the strawberry parfait granola mix. which I believe is an activity that is putting together like a parfait or a granola mix and making up strawberry parfaits.
Yep, yep, correct.
Then there's also the strawberry felt food models, which is there's the pattern to make the strawberry felt food models, and they're quite small strawberries, I believe. Yeah, they're pretty cute.
Yeah,
I think Alex has made one. And then there's also strawberry showcases as well. Yeah, and so we are going to be doing a more comprehensive webinar to go over all of those strawberry resources post-conference. So you'll get a chance to have a look at them in the booklets, and then we can discuss and explain a little bit more, and you can attend that webinar if you'd like. Okay, and so the last thing here we wanted to talk about was blue cards. So there are some changes coming to blue card requirements for anyone working with children. And to help prepare for those, we just wanted to make sure that we have everyone's blue card details recorded. So if you have an existing blue card and haven't already, please do send us your blue card number as well as your date of birth. And that way we'll be able to make sure that your card is linked to the QCWA. And yeah, essentially your blue card must be linked to any organisation that you are volunteering with or working with if you're working with children. So if you're currently working with children and you don't yet have a blue card, you can just get in touch with your buddy and we can support you through the process of getting one. And it is free to apply for a volunteer blue card, and you can do it online. I'm not sure if Meg wanted to mention anything else at all about blue cards.
Thanks, Rosie. No, that's great. As Rosie had mentioned, there have been some changes, and so they will be shared with the QCWA members more broadly. So there are some changes in terms of the people within our association who are required to have blue cards. So moving forward, the state executive board and other executive members will be required to have blue cards. But as I say, there'll be further communication on that. But at this stage, if you are a Country Kitchens facilitator who is doing work with children or is intending to do work with children, we encourage you to apply as soon as possible and then send through your details so that we can ensure that you are linked via the Blue Card portal. But as I say, if you do have any questions, feel free to reach out with those.
Lovely. Thanks, Meg. Okay, so that kind of ends the portion of us chatting. But we did want to ask if anyone has any particular questions, whether it's about the changes to level 4 or level 5 or the strawberry resources or blue cards, of any of the things we've covered so far. Feel free to ask, or you can put it in the chat as well.
No? Must have done a great job of explaining. Oh, we've got another person.
Oh, Mary Therese has come back. All right. All clear, thank you. Yeah, great. Wonderful. That's great. So feel free to, of course, put a question in or ask a question if you need to, but we might just move on now just to our networking and group discussion, the final section of the meeting. So a couple of questions we thought we'd just put out there if anyone would like to share what activities you've been involved in this last 3 months in this quarter, or if you've got any particular ideas for upcoming activities you'd like to run, whether you want to discuss them or share them. And also we thought we'd ask if anyone spent the $200 Country Kitchens fund that they were given, and if so, perhaps what you might have spent it on, to share ideas, or yeah, just to let us know. That would be great. So yeah, you're welcome to turn your microphone on to chat if you like, and you're also welcome to jump in the chat as well if you don't have that function. And yeah, happy to discuss anything else as well.
Well, I guess you're tired of hearing cricket, so I'll start off. So things have been quite a little bit quiet on the CK front in the last month, mainly because I was away. But we do have some great ideas moving forward to what we want to do for next year. One of the ideas that I'd like to do is to take a cooking for one course to the men's shed, because there's a lot of guys that become widowed and they haven't even boiled an egg in their life, let alone planned a meal or anything like that. So it's one of the things that I feel quite passionate about. I'd love to be able to help those guys who are in that situation so that they're more independent and, they can at least make a spaghetti or something for themselves, moving forward in their lives alone. So that's what I'm passionate about.
That sounds fantastic, Anne. Wonderful. Can I ask which branch you're part of, Anne?
I'm part of the Malanda branch.
Oh, yes. Yes,
Yeah.
okay. Oh, nice to meet you. I think I've been emailing with you.
Yes, we have. Yes. Yeah.
Wonderful. That's great. And you're coming along to the level 4 training, aren't you? In a
Absolutely.
few
Yeah.
weeks. Yeah. Oh, that'll be great. We can chat about it more then too. That'll be awesome.
Yeah. Yeah. Terrific.
Wonderful.
Does anyone else have any ideas or things coming up that they'd like to?
Hi, it's Tara here. I don't know if you can see
Hello?
me.
Yeah,
Hello.
we
Oh, I'm doing this on my mobile phone, so I'm not sure if you can see me. Last year was pretty busy for Dimbula branch. We had the Supermarket Superheroes campaign, prep orientation throughout the year, and we did a lot of workshops with the local schools. So just with the 5 key messages and then doing a little bit of cooking. Next year, we're looking at doing a Meet the Farmer type campaign. So at our markets, which we're probably not doing every month now, I'm probably going to do it quarterly, but invite a farmer to the markets to display their produce. And then we're looking at preparing a meal using some of that produce, which will then incorporate the 5 key messages and then highlight the farmers and what they provide for the community. So that's something that we want to get sort of started. I know that Carol, she's not here today, but she was looking at doing something very similar, probably in a different way. So I'll leave that up to her to explain down the track. Working with the schools again, hopefully they invite us to go back into the school to do the program that we've been doing for the last few years, prep orientation again. And also I know I had a chat to the community centre in Mareeba, but I'd love to do like a cooking on a budget workshop at our local community centres. So I know there's a lot of elderly and those that are, probably they're on the pension and they can't really afford a lot of a lot of food. So we're looking at maybe doing something with them. So I'd love to get that sort of started next year. But apart from that, that's sort of what we got planned out here. The $200 voucher, I haven't spent that yet, but I was hoping to start using some of those funds for some of these events, possibly next year.
Nice.
And Michelle's not on today either, but she was looking at working with Better Together, which is a not-for-profit group that provide food, like a food pantry for the community who can't really afford it. So she was looking at going, and I think she's been there once. She's possibly looking at doing that as well. So, yeah.
Can I ask, Tara, the community hubs you mentioned in Mareeba, are they also in other towns, like a few towns in the Atherton Tableland?
Yeah, I believe there's community centres in most towns or smaller towns around the community. So, yeah, I feel as though that would be something that whether we kickstarted it in one town that could on flow to others.
Lovely. That's great. Nice. I really like the idea about the farmers getting them to come to the markets. That's really lovely to have that connection with the community as well. Yeah.
Definitely. I thought of, sorry, probably dragging on other people want to speak, but I thought of one other thing to do was like a on the couch session where we sat down or we had a list of questions we'd send to them asking, how they started and, just a little bit about them and then do sort of a one-on-one chat with everyone sitting around watching. And I think that would help open them up and introduce them to the community, and people could get to know more about them and how we could work together. So maybe that's something we can brainstorm down the track.
Well, I was just emailing Anne actually this morning about that because I know that they were wanting to organise a Healthy Harvest morning tea, which sounds a bit similar to that, where they'd invite one of the local farmers.
Yeah.
I think that's what I was mentioning about Carol.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, lovely. And I was been in contact with Carol because when we come up in a few weeks' time, we've organised to meet with Rocky Creek Orchards in Tolga.
Great. Yes.
For the Meter Farmer project. So we'll meet with Lorraine there and interview her, which will be great. And she sounds super keen to partner with this QCWA. So it'll be great to kind of hear what that sounds like for her, or what it looks like for her. Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, Carol will be coming with Meg and I to do that. So yeah.
Exciting. Sounds like a busy year ahead.
Yeah, thanks for sharing all that, Tara.
Thank you.
Is there anyone else wanting to jump on?
And I feel like Marjorie would have a lot to share if she could jump on because she's been really busy in Mackay doing lots of activities, but unfortunately, there she is. But
we can't. I think you're just on mute there. I'll see if I can. If you just click on the little microphone in the bottom of your screen, but maybe it's different if you're on the phone. That's a shame we can't do it from our end. Yeah.
Yes, I think Marjorie was having some trouble on her laptop or a computer, and she's just jumped on her phone.
On the phone, yeah. We just don't know where the unmute button is on the phone.
Yeah.
There
we go.
Am I unmuted now?
Yeah,
we can hear you. Yes.
Okay. So what we've been doing in Mackay, we've been really fortunate that we have been working with the Mackay Wednesday morning farmers markets, and they got a grant to help promote their produce that's in the district. And because I was part of the farmers market when it started about 10 years ago, I thought, great, this is a really good link in with Country Kitchens. So in the September holidays for the 2 Wednesdays, what we did is we did 2 showcases, I think we did, where I demonstrated 2 recipes, and I just used all the local produce, from what we had. Now the good thing about it is it was really well received, and so we've been invited back for markets in December and then markets in April next year, like 2 in April and 2 in December, which we're going to say yes to. And it was like really, really a fun thing to do. Yeah.
That's wonderful. Yeah, it looks like a lot of fun looking at the pictures.
Yeah.
That's so good. Fantastic. And we're going to organise, Marjorie, to do the level 4 training as well with you guys in Mackay, which will be great.
Oh, yes. We're looking forward to that. I think that'll be a good thing. At the moment, we're trying to recruit a few more facilitators, and that will mean that'll be a share of the load, I think.
That's great. I think actually I saw on one of your reports, I'm not sure if it was yourself or Janice that filled it out, that someone had come up to you at the cooking demonstration and was really interested in perhaps even joining CWA and Country Kitchens.
Oh, absolutely.
From seeing your demonstration. So that's so great.
Yeah. I think, because Country Kitchens is promoting really good eating, and the recipes are quite delicious. It's a very positive thing, and as a result, people like the idea of what QCWA is doing. They think it's really a good organisation and a positive organisation. And on Tuesday, we went to the Seniors Expo. So there was the Country Kitchens plus the QCWA made morning tea, and the number of people who came up and said positive things about QCWA and about the Country Kitchens. Yeah.
Oh, lovely.
That's great. Fantastic.
All right. Did anybody else have any upcoming events or ideas or anything else to share there? I think I've almost heard from everyone on the call today.
Hi, this is Deb from Babinda branch.
Hello,
Hi,
Deb.
It's been a long time since I've done anything with Country Kitchens, and that's my shame.
No, not at all.
No, it is my shame. We've got 3 facilitators in our group, and we've all just been so busy. But I felt getting on today, it was a great opportunity for me to get re-enthused.
Yeah, lovely.
Mainly, and we've got our 100 years coming up next year, so I'm going to really push to do some more community sessions during that year if I can.
Wonderful.
So who's my new buddy?
That's me, Rosie.
Is that you,
Yeah.
Rosie? Sorry,
I'm not sure if I've spoken on the phone to you yet, Deb. I've spoken to
No.
a bunch of people, but you might still be on my list of people to call.
Yeah, sorry, this is my face. You've got me now.
Lovely.
Sorry. Yeah, so Rosie, I may be ringing you a lot in the
Wonderful.
near future.
Please do. I love to chat on the phone.
Because I Meg will tell you I need help with this sort of thing. She's helped me quite a bit as well. And I love coming up with you guys at our conferences. So it'll be a delight to see you in Cairns in 10 days' time.
Yeah, wonderful.
It's just got to us too fast, though.
It has. The years just got away from us, and look forward to catching up with you, Deb.
Thank you. It is really, I didn't realise you did these sessions until I stumbled over it the other day. So can I, in ignorance, can somebody explain the $200 voucher, please?
Yep, I can do that if you like.
Thanks,
so at the end of the financial year, there was an email that went out to all of our branches with a trained Country Kitchens facilitator.
Okay.
And that was with regard to $200 that was going to be deposited into their branch bank account.
I know what the $200 was for. Okay, we haven't spent ours yet.
That's okay. That's, as I say, there's no, it's really no strings attached. You don't need to report back in any detail. I guess we have just used it as an opportunity to kind of chat with you about what you might like to do, if you've got any ideas you want to brainstorm with us. But as I say, that will have been deposited into your bank account at sort of really early in this financial year by the time it got out to everyone. But yes, so as I say, that's for any Country Kitchens activities that you would like to support. And I guess it was just a small, gesture of our appreciation for all of the work that you do. So yes, that's the 200.
Yeah, like I said, my apologies because we haven't stepped up to the plate well this year, but I'm going to try.
There's absolutely no need to apologise at all. As I say, we're happy to support you with whatever you have the capacity to do. And as I say, the $200 is there for you to spend as you see fit for your branch and your community.
I am an early childhood teacher and I work in a kindergarten, and they have expressed interest at doing like preschool lunchboxes and school lunchbox type things. So I might do a lunchbox.
Lovely.
I think you'll have lots to chat with Rosie about.
Yeah,
I think I do. Okay, thanks, ladies. I'll keep going.
Thank you, Deb. That's really good. I think it's going up on the Fabulous Facilitator Network Facebook page. But one example, I was talking to one of the facilitators in the southern region, and they did, or she did just had a static display with some taste testers at the Women's Wellness Day, and they used the $200 to make the recipes, and they asked for a gold coin donation for like a cup of tea and one of the baked items they'd made, the Country Kitchen's recipes, and so they made, I think, like $300 or something. So they were really, obviously it was a big event with quite a lot of people, but they were just so pleased, that they'd been able to actually make back the money. So now they can actually use that to do more activities. And I just thought that was a really great idea, just as a way to like fundraise a little bit as well. So if you feel like you have an opportunity to do something like that.
That sounds excellent. Thanks, Rosie.
Yeah, no worries. Yeah.
All right. Well, if no one's got anything else to add, we might close off the meeting there. But all really good ideas and some exciting activities coming up. So looking forward to seeing some of that unfold over the next few months. As always, though, if you do think of anything that you forgot to ask during the session, you can get in touch with us at any time. And Tara's just added that they will be doing a stall at the Christmas markets and be using some of their $200 vouchers then. So that's great. And just a quick reminder, we will be sending out a feedback survey just to ask how you found the session today, and also if you've got any other ideas or topics that you'd like us to cover in future networking meetings. So we do try and hold these once a quarter, so every 3 or so months. So we'll send that survey just in an email after the session today. So if you do have anything else that you'd like us to touch on, let us know there. But thank you all for jumping online this afternoon. And for those who will be at conference, we look forward to seeing you there in a couple of weeks.
Thanks, everyone.
Thanks, everyone. Thanks so much for your
Thank
time.
you.
Thank
you so much.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thanks. Bye-bye.
Bye.